Today we are going to install an AdventX version 2 rear derailleur. AdventX version 2 derailleurs are identified by the version 2 printing on the back of the cage cover. The cage cover also comes with a stamped circle. If there is no version 2 marking or stamped circle on the cage cover, then you have the first generation AdventX derailleur. Setup is different between version 1 and version 2, so follow the proper instructions. For installation, you will need a torque wrench, 4 and 5mm hex bits, a cable cutter, master link pliers, chain breaker, hex wrench set, B-limit adjustment tool, and for a full suspension bike, a tape measure. First, attach the derailleur to the frame with a 5mm hex wrench. You want to make sure the B-tension adjustment screw is out of the way of the dropout before torquing the bolt to 8 to 10 Nm. Once put to torque, make sure the derailleur can rotate freely at the attachment point. Now use a 3mm hex wrench to set your high limit. Adjust the screw until the center of the guide pulley aligns with the outer edge of the smallest cog. A clockwise adjustment moves the derailleur towards the cassette, and a counterclockwise adjustment moves the derailleur away from the cassette. Time to run your cable and housing. Every frame manufacturer has a different cable routing guideline, so make sure you consult those before sizing and cutting your housing. AdventX works best when there is not too much of a curve in the housing and not too little slack either. You want to make sure the derailleur doesn't rotate backwards and that the B-tension screw rests on the hanger tab. With the housing sized, move your shifter to the hardest gear or small cog position. Then, route the inner shift cable from your shifter to the derailleur. Route the cable through the groove on the derailleur. Make sure it is under the cable fixing bolt and washer. Then, pull the cable tight to remove any slack and secure the cable fixing bolt to 5 to 7 Nm. Cut the cable and attach a cable end. Now let's size the chain. If sizing the chain for a full suspension bike, release the air from the rear shock or remove the shock completely. Move the rear axle up and down as you measure the distance between the bottom bracket and the rear axle. Find the position where they are furthest apart and perform the next step at this position. Wrap the chain around the largest chainring and the largest cassette cog without routing it through the rear derailleur. Stretch the chain tight. Put 2 inner links next to each other on the chainring, add 2 extra inner links, and make your cut there. Disable the clutch by moving the switch on the side of the derailleur to the open circle position. Then, route the chain through the derailleur in front of the guide pulley and behind the derailment prevention plate and tension pulley. Wrap the chain around the chainring, then connect the ends according to the manufacturer's guidelines. Before adjusting the shifting, turn the clutch on by moving the switch to the closed circle position. Now make a shift to the second smallest cog. If the chain doesn't move, turn the barrel adjuster on the shifter counterclockwise. Repeat until the derailleur moves the chain to the second smallest cog. Then, shift through the gear range. If shifting is slow to move to a larger cog, turn the barrel adjuster counterclockwise. If the shifting is slow to move to a smaller cog, turn the barrel adjuster clockwise. Once cable tension is set, shift to the largest cog. Use your hand and try to push the rear derailleur past the cog and into the wheel. If the derailleur can move past the cog, adjust the low limit screw clockwise until you can't move the derailleur into the wheel. You want the guide pulley to be centered beneath the largest cog. Finally, it's time to make the B-tension adjustment. With the chain in the largest cog, tighten the B-tension screw to move the guide pulley away from the largest cog. Clip the B-tension adjustment tool onto the guide pulley. Make sure the tool is touching the chain but not the cassette cog. Tighten the B-tension screw if the tool does not have enough room. Once the tool is clipped into place, turn the B-tension screw counterclockwise until the tallest tooth of the largest cog lightly contacts the tool. If you are not using the B-tension adjustment tool, adjust the B-tension screw so the guide pulley sits 6 to 7 millimeters from the teeth of the largest cog. And that is how you install an Advent X version 2 rear derailleur. For any questions, please reach out to us at service@microshift.com.